In the quiet corners of the world, beyond the clamor of daily life, there exists a rhythm of frequency, a subtle energy that flows through all beings and all things. Some call it fortune, others call it abundance. Yet it is neither of these in the way we often imagine. True abundance is not merely the accumulation of wealth or possessions, it is the alignment of our mind, our actions and our intentions with the natural flow of life. There are secrets ancient and simple which those who live in mindful awareness have long known. Among these secrets are 3 numbers, 3 vibrations, as it were, that are written silently, meditated upon and carried in heart and mind. These numbers are not magical in the superficial sense, nor are they charms to be recklessly repeated. They are symbols, reminders of balance, focus and receptivity. Each number is a key, unlocking a door to a state of consciousness where abundance is not sought but naturally realized. The first number represents clarity. In life, confusion and distraction cloud perception, and we lose sight of opportunity. By contemplating this number, one aligns thought with purpose. Clarity allows one to see not only what is needed but also what is available, and to act without hesitation when the path presents itself. The second number represents harmony. Wealth, like water, flows to those who move in accord with the currents rather than against them. By internalizing this number, one cultivates a harmony with the energies of the world. Relationships, work, and even chance itself begin to resonate with greater ease. Harmony is the invisible force that guides effort into fruition. The third number represents gratitude. True abundance cannot exist without recognition of what already is. By reflecting upon this number, the heart opens and one sees the gifts present in every breath, every encounter, and every moment. Gratitude transforms the mind from longing to appreciation, from scarcity to sufficiency, from noise to resonance. When these 3 numbers are held with mindful intention, they do not promise instant riches. Instead, they awaken a frequency within, a frequency that attracts opportunity, insight, and the natural unfolding of prosperity. It is said that when a river is calm, it reflects the sky clearly. So too does the mind, attuned to clarity, harmony, and gratitude, attract abundance that is both subtle and profound. Therefore, friends, let us remember, abundance is not an external prize. It is an internal alignment, a frequency that resonates when we move with awareness, act with harmony, and open the heart with gratitude. The numbers are not mere figures, they are keys to the door of inner wealth, waiting to be discovered not by the loud pursuit of gain, but by quiet reflection and mindful living. May we walk this path gently, carry these numbers silently in our hearts, and let the universe's natural abundance flow through our lives with peace and grace. Abundance as alignment, not possession. True wealth is not simply material. It arises when the mind, actions, and intentions are in harmony with life's natural flow. Abundance in its truest sense is not something that can be grasped or counted in coins, notes, or possessions. It is not measured by the walls of a house, the weight of gold, or the numbers in a bank account. Those who seek wealth only in the external world often find it fleeting, unstable, and unsatisfying. True abundance is deeper than material accumulation. It is a state of inner harmony, a resonance between the heart, the mind, and the world around us. When one understands this, the pursuit of wealth transforms from a desperate chase into a gentle alignment with life's natural rhythm. The first step in this understanding is realizing that abundance begins within. The mind that is scattered, restless, or clouded with desire will never truly recognize the richness that exists in each moment. It is like a vessel with cracks. No matter how much water is poured into it, the vessel cannot hold it. But a mind cultivated with awareness, patience, and quiet observation becomes like a calm lake, reflecting the sun and the sky in perfect clarity. From such a mind, abundance flows naturally, as the lake reflects not only the light above but the life around it. The energy of life is always abundant. It is only our perception that limits it. When we begin to see wealth as alignment rather than possession, we notice opportunities, relationships, and experiences that we may have ignored before. A chance encounter, a moment of insight, the simple generosity of nature, these become the threads from which the fabric of true abundance is woven. It is not a matter of forcing or demanding, it is a matter of being attuned, of listening to the rhythm of life and moving in harmony with it. In this state, wealth is no longer external pressure or competition, it becomes the natural consequence of a life lived in balance. The wise understand that chasing what is outside while ignoring the richness inside leads only to exhaustion and dissatisfaction. Instead, by turning attention inward, by cultivating mindfulness, integrity, and purpose, one aligns with a frequency that attracts prosperity effortlessly. This alignment is subtle yet powerful, invisible yet undeniable. It shapes choices, opens doors, and draws people and circumstances in ways that are often beyond calculation. True abundance is thus a reflection of the inner state. When the mind is clear, the heart open, and the intentions pure, wealth of many forms emerges naturally. It is not something to seize, but something to be recognized, nurtured, and allowed to flow. This understanding is a quiet revelation, a gentle wisdom that transforms life. It shows that the universe is generous and that the secret to receiving its gifts lies not in grasping but in aligning mind, heart, and spirit with the harmonious flow of existence. The first number, clarity of thought and purpose, allows one to see opportunities and act wisely, reducing confusion and hesitation. Clarity is the first step on the path to true abundance. For the mind that is clouded cannot recognize opportunity, nor can it act in harmony with the flow of life. When thoughts are scattered, desires are conflicting, or doubts weigh heavily upon the spirit, one becomes blind to the subtle ways in which wealth and prosperity may appear. Just as a stormy sky obscures the sun, so too does confusion obscure the vision of the soul. The first number, the number of clarity, is not simply a symbol, it is a reminder to cultivate mental stillness, to observe one's thoughts without judgment, and to see the world as it truly is. Clarity allows the mind to discern what is essential and what is unnecessary, what is genuine and what is illusion. In moments of clarity, the heart feels lighter, decisions become wiser, and actions flow effortlessly without hesitation or doubt. It is in this state that abundance begins to manifest, for when one knows what is truly needed, effort is no longer wasted chasing shadows or clinging to illusions. One who holds clarity in mind can see patterns where others see only chaos, can recognize opportunities where others see obstacles, and can act with confidence where others hesitate in fear. This clarity is cultivated through observation, meditation, and quiet reflection. It is not forced, nor is it sudden. It is the gentle unfolding of awareness, a deepening of perception that allows the mind to move like a clear river, free of obstruction and able to nourish all that it touches. When the mind is clear, the world appears not as a place of scarcity, but as a field abundant with potential. Every interaction, every moment, every choice becomes a thread in the tapestry of prosperity. The first number is also a reminder of focus. In our lives, there are many distractions, voices, obligations, and desires that pull the attention in multiple directions. By meditating on this number, the mind learns to center itself, to prioritize, and to align intention with action. Focused intention channels energy just as a single beam of sunlight can ignite fire when concentrated. Clarity combined with focus becomes a powerful force, drawing circumstances, people, and resources naturally toward one who moves with understanding. In essence, clarity is not just about seeing outward reality, but understanding one's own inner landscape. It allows a person to recognize habits, thoughts, and beliefs that no longer serve, and to let them go with compassion and awareness. When the inner world is in order, the outer world aligns in response. Prosperity, then, is not a product of frantic striving or blind effort, but the natural outcome of a mind that sees clearly, chooses wisely, and moves in harmony with the unfolding of life. The first number, held in quiet reflection, becomes a compass, guiding one through the currents of existence with ease and grace. Through clarity, abundance is not chased, it is recognized, welcomed, and allowed to flow freely. The second number, harmony, moving in harmony with the world's energies rather than resisting them, helps one attract and manifest prosperity naturally. Harmony is the second number, a vibration that carries within it the wisdom of balance and the gentle rhythm of life. True abundance is not forced, nor does it arise from struggle alone. It flows naturally when one moves in accord with the energies that surround us. Just as a river finds its course without resistance, bending around stones and nourishing the lands it touches, so too does life reward those who move with its current rather than against it. To embrace harmony is to recognize the interconnectedness of all things, to see that every action, thought, and intention sends ripples into the world. When a mind and heart are aligned with this understanding, opportunities unfold effortlessly, relationships flourish, and the abundance that was once distant becomes present. Living in harmony requires patience and mindfulness. It is not merely about yielding to circumstance, but about discerning when to act and when to wait. It is the awareness that every effort has its proper moment, and that timing, like a gentle breeze, carries intentions to their proper place. The number of harmony reminds us that the universe is a vast web of energies, and that attempting to push or control outcomes often leads to frustration and imbalance. Instead, by attuning to the flow, one learns to work with circumstances rather than against them. This does not mean passivity, it means conscious, deliberate engagement, guided by observation and understanding. In this state, actions are more effective because they are rooted in alignment rather than struggle. When harmony is embraced, relationships with others also flourish. Conflict diminishes, communication deepens, and collaboration becomes effortless. Just as a musician listens to the rhythm of an orchestra, allowing each note to complement the other, so does a harmonious mind allow every part of life to resonate in balance. This resonance attracts abundance naturally, for the energy we project outward returns in kind. Harmony also teaches acceptance. Life is not always predictable, and external circumstances may challenge our patience and resolve. By remaining centered, by acknowledging the natural ebb and flow of events, one avoids unnecessary tension and stress. The second number serves as a reminder that abundance is not only material but also emotional, mental, and spiritual. When inner harmony is achieved, wealth manifests in forms beyond money. Clarity of purpose, supportive relationships, opportunities for growth, and a sense of peace that no external possession can provide. Those who cultivate this harmony become magnets for positive energy, drawing the right people, situations, and resources into their lives without force or struggle. Ultimately, harmony is a frequency, a state of being, and a conscious practice. It is a choice to move gracefully with life rather than resist it, to understand that abundance arises not from pushing but from alignment, and that prosperity is an echo of the balance we maintain within ourselves. By meditating on this number and embodying its essence, one opens the heart to receive life's gifts with ease, trusting that the universe responds to a spirit that is centered, calm, and harmonious. The third number, gratitude. Cultivating gratitude transforms perception from scarcity to sufficiency, opening the heart to the abundance already present. Gratitude is the third number, the vibration that opens the heart and reveals the abundance already present in every moment. Many seek wealth outside themselves, searching tirelessly for something to fill a perceived emptiness, yet they often overlook the richness that surrounds them. True prosperity begins with recognition, the simple acknowledgement that life itself is generous and that every breath, every interaction, and every experience carries a gift. Gratitude is not a fleeting emotion but a practice, a conscious orientation of the mind and heart. By meditating upon the number of gratitude, one learns to notice the small blessings that often go unseen. The warmth of sunlight, the taste of nourishing food, the smile of a stranger, the comfort of a quiet moment. These are the seeds of abundance, and by recognizing them, the mind begins to shift from scarcity to sufficiency. When gratitude flows naturally, it transforms perception. Challenges are no longer only burdens, they become lessons and opportunities for growth. Misfortune is softened by the understanding that life is impermanent and that even difficulty carries within it a hidden gift. The heart that practices gratitude becomes expansive, no longer confined by fear or longing. It sees connection where once there was separation, and it understands that abundance is not only a matter of possession but of appreciation. The number of gratitude is also a reminder that giving and receiving are inseparable. A grateful heart naturally expresses generosity, kindness, and care, and these acts in turn strengthen the flow of abundance. When one acknowledges and celebrates what is present, then one can begin to see the beauty in the world around them. Life responds with greater abundance, not as a reward for desire, but as a reflection of the openness within. Gratitude aligns the inner self with the universal rhythm, attuning the mind to the subtle frequencies of life. It teaches patience, for one learns to wait for what is unfolding while honoring what is already here. It cultivates humility, for true recognition of gifts acknowledges that we are part of a greater whole, and that the world is filled with forces beyond our control, yet available to those who are receptive. This practice does not require ceremony or ritual, it only requires mindfulness, awareness, and sincerity. Each time we pause to give thanks, even silently in the heart, we strengthen our connection to life's abundance. The number of gratitude becomes a guiding force, reminding us to stop, observe, and appreciate. It turns ordinary moments into extraordinary ones, scarcity into sufficiency, and emptiness into fullness. In this way, gratitude is not merely an attitude, it is a frequency, a vibration that attracts harmony, clarity, and prosperity naturally. Those who carry gratitude within themselves find that opportunities, wealth, and joy arrive not by force but through the gentle unfolding of life, responding to a heart that is open, receptive, and attuned. By reflecting on this number, abundance ceases to be a distant goal and becomes the natural expression of a grateful mind and an awakened heart. The three numbers as a frequency, when meditated upon with mindful intention, these numbers tune the inner self to a frequency that naturally aligns with abundance, allowing opportunities and prosperity to flow effortlessly. The three numbers, clarity, harmony, and gratitude, together form a frequency, a subtle vibration that aligns the mind, body, and spirit with the natural flow of abundance. They are not mere symbols or digits, they are keys, reminders, and guides that awaken awareness and attune the inner self to the rhythms of life. When held consciously in thought or reflected upon quietly, they create resonance within, like the gentle hum of a well-tuned instrument that echoes through the soul. This frequency is not about forcing wealth into existence, nor is it about chasing opportunities blindly. It is about creating a state of being in which abundance is naturally recognized and received. Life always offers gifts, but they often go unnoticed by the restless, distracted mind. By meditating upon these numbers, one begins to perceive life as a continuum of possibilities, opportunities, and support, each flowing in harmony with the others. The frequency created by these numbers harmonizes perception, emotion, and intention, allowing a person to act decisively when the moment arises, respond with patience when challenges appear, and remain grateful for the present while preparing for the future. Clarity clears the mind of confusion and fear, allowing one to see paths and choices as they truly are, without distortion or attachment. Harmony tunes the actions, relationships, and energies of life into alignment, making movement fluid, effortless, and effective. Gratitude opens the heart, transforming perception from longing into sufficiency, from resistance into receptivity, and from isolation into connection. Together, these three numbers create a subtle internal vibration that attracts circumstances, people, and opportunities in alignment with one's inner state. This is not magic, nor is it superstition, it is the law of resonance, a principle observed by those who live with mindful awareness. When the inner world vibrates with clarity, harmony, and gratitude, the outer world reflects this state, revealing abundance in forms both expected and unexpected. Wealth becomes not only material but also mental, emotional, and spiritual. Each choice, each interaction, each moment becomes a channel through which the frequency expresses itself. This is why those who understand and practice this principle often appear fortunate. They do not chase life, but they are in sync with it. And in that alignment, opportunities flow naturally as a river reaches the sea. The three numbers remind us that abundance is not a goal imposed from outside, but a state cultivated from within. When the mind is attuned to their vibration, actions become purposeful, relationships flourish, and life reveals its hidden richness. The frequency they create is subtle yet powerful, shaping perception, guiding decisions, and nurturing a sense of completeness. By carrying these numbers in thought, reflecting upon them quietly, and allowing their resonance to permeate the mind and heart, one becomes a magnet for prosperity, not through force but through alignment, awareness, and openness. The universe responds to frequency, and when a person resonates with clarity, harmony, and gratitude, abundance ceases to be a distant hope and becomes a natural flowing presence in life. In this way, the three numbers are a secret known to those who live consciously, a guide to inner wealth and a key to opening the heart to the fullness of existence.